Sweet.
We are live.
Yes, sir.
All right, this is another episode of the Easy Revivalist podcast. We have here all the members of across the Atlantic. Say hi, gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right, so how about y'all introduce yourselves and how you got into Easy?
I'm Cody. I'm the drummer, and I was like into heavy music, but then I kind of transitioned to pop punk, and I was like, oh, there's something that meets in the middle, and I was like, this is crazy. So I've been into Easy since I figured out that was a thing. Maybe like Chunk is what got me into it. So
Chunk. That's a good start. That's a good gateway band.
I was like, what is this? And since I've been hooked, man.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah, I'm Jay, and I sing. And I heard their name was Treason by Day to Remember, and that was it. End of story.
Good story, though.
Very good story. Good way to start.
Yeah.
My name's Jason. I play the guitar, and I was just born into it.
Wait, what was that?
I was born into music, so
Hey, it's okay. I was too. I've been listening to Newfound Glory since I was basically like swimming around in my dad's ball sack. Even though they weren't a band when I was probably swimming around in his ball sack. So, oh well, I was still listening. It didn't exist yet, but it was there. You're actually really quiet. We didn't even hear anything you said.
Yeah, y'all's mic is just kind of low.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Lou. I'm the guitarist, and I got into Easy.
Dope.
you want me to translate, or do you hear him?
It's still kind of low.
Yeah.
Closer? I don't know.
I mean, I kind of heard him clearly, but I think everyone. I already know who he is because I saw him shred the guitar, so that's all I know.
Okay. I'm Slater. I play bass, and I got into Easy. The first time I ever listened to was Never on the Radio. They first released EP with Brand New Music or something, and I guess since then, yeah.
Nice.
There.
Very nice. Very nice.
Cool.
Good story, bro.
All right, so you got any questions for him, Steven?
Well, I guess you guys released I guess your last release was about more than half a year ago now. So where are you guys in terms of you guys in the process of still writing or recording or anything?
So we're always writing. Whenever we go to the studio, we want to have way more material than we need, just to kind of filter all the stuff that sucks, and really just have like way more material just to choose from. And so because of that, I mean, we're writing continuously. Because the last record was put out a little over a year now, we'll be looking for something in early 2017 as far as our next release, give or take. But yeah, we're always writing. I think it's just good to stay sharp. And I mean, for me, it's therapeutic. I mean, you got to continuously just keep writing, really. You
So do you guys just mostly listen to a wide variety of music to just kind of draw inspiration from?
Yeah, I listen to a little bit of everything, honestly. Everything rap, hip hop, pop punk, metalcore, anything, man. Anything, really.
I think the cool thing with us is if you ask like each of us what we listen to, it'll just be drastically different. and
Right.
it's cool. It's cool because we're able to just kind of meet on the same page whenever we put music out. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's a really good thing, but because obviously you mentioned ADTR there, and the time okay, was it just that one time y'all played Second Sucks, or did y'all actually put in the cover every time y'all played that tour?
That's where we went ahead and wrote it through the whole thing. 'Cause they're like, man, let's go.
That's well, it's awesome because I not because two things in new music I hear a lot of a day to remember inspiration, and that's one of the best things because a lot of bands will draw inspiration from them, but they'll sound exactly like them. But I can hear the inspiration, but you have your own unique flang to it, and I like it.
Cool. Yeah, man,
It's
we
go ahead.
get a lot. We get a day to remember or a chunk. We get a bunch of different things. So
Yeah, well, I mean, like another thing is like you did record with Andrew Wade, so. Like, I mean, you can, like, hear the production value just from that.
yeah, definitely.
yeah. But it was fun. It was pretty cool to play that on tour because obviously everybody knows that song. Right?
Yeah, so
Yeah, I know. It goes so hard.
yeah.
So, I do have another question because I helped y'all book a show on this. Where else are y'all going on that tour you're planning right now? Like, where else?
Right now we're just looking at like maybe a week run because we have something. We're setting something big up for the summer. So
I
we're
got you.
gonna run and try to save up more money to hit the road. Maybe looking at like May, maybe like a month or a month and a half.
Okay,
So we're gonna
I
try
got
to
you. You know what you should do? You should try to play a Warped Tour. That'd be great.
That would be crazy. We actually
I-
played one date. We played the San Antonio date one year. It was a lot of fun. Like I couldn't even imagine playing the whole thing.
Well, I mean, like, there's still enough time because I'm putting another petition together to get Abandoned by Bears to come to the States and play Warped Tour because they're good enough for that. If you want, I can just go ahead and see how many signatures just one for you guys would get.
Yeah, dude,
I'm sure all our parents will sign up.
yeah.
Hell, I mean, I could probably get my entire household to sign on that.
Yeah.
But like I honestly I believe there's a lot of bands from Treg that deserve a lot more recognition than they're getting, and that's outside of our group. Y'all are one of those bands. Like I see you guys work hard and you put out amazing music. That's not something everyone can say.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Always. Not to mention, after working with you guys, getting this show put together for March 5th, it was kind of a pain trying to find a venue, but it was y'all actually were really good to handle with, especially the way Jay Ward did things. So.
Yeah, dude, I mean, the thing is, especially like of a band of our size, or really where we're at the point of our musical careers, you really gotta network with everybody, and you really gotta just try to just work with everyone to just make the show the can.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times it's like we played shows where it's just us doing the work, and I mean we've never visited the city, but we're booking the locals. We're like spreading the word. So.
And that's good.
When there's promoters that are willing to do that, it's like cool. So now it's like we can put all our effort into it plus a little bit. So
I see that document you sent, Steven.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Andy sent it to me.
Oh, dang. Okay, I'll look into it after this because I think for some reason when I open something else, it'll close the call if I go out of it. I'll check. Go ahead.
For most of the shows, do you guys see yourselves playing with more heavier bands than you, or like a lot more pop punk bands? Most of the time, when we interview, like we find out that with all the easycore bands, everyone's always heavier or like a lot less heavier.
yeah.
Well, I mean,
Is that the same case in Texas?
It really depends, I guess. Here in San Antonio, it's usually heavier bands that we play with, but there's been a rise of like pop punk bands and easy bands in the area.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because I mean, go ahead.
Yeah. So it just really depends on where we play. Like we love playing shows with any genre, so it's always fun for us, no matter what. Like if they're so heavy or they're super poppy, like we fit right in the middle of that. So it's
Of course.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I love most about playing the type of music we do is, I mean, we don't listen to when we're on tour. We don't listen to the same songs, the same type of songs.
Or so far.
So, it's like we can play with some really like crazy deathcore stuff, and then we can go to play with acoustic bands. So that's pretty cool.
When we first started off, we played with nothing but like metal band, hardcore.
Well, that kind of makes sense from where y'all are coming from, because I kind of know how the San Antonio scene is. It's kind of like Dallas in some senses, where it's basically, if it's not heavy, it sucks.
Yeah.
At least from my impression.
Yeah, it like threw people off in the beginning a little bit, but now we're seeing our fan base grow every show.
Yeah, and personally, I'm not gonna lie. Don't get me wrong. I love some of the people in the Dallas scene, but some of the bands really don't impress me. But most of the bands that have come out of San Antonio recently, even like the metalcore bands, have actually come to really impress me lately.
Oh yeah, man, we
Because
fans here.
yeah, because your scene's stepping up, man.
Yeah.
But y'all are one of the bands that have I didn't even know you guys were from San Antonio until after that show, and I was like, what? They're Texas homies? God damn! I thought y'all'd be from like Arizona or something and be like, oh, that makes sense.
No.
But it was really cool because after that show, a whole new world opened up to me. I found out that there's actually a couple more Texas EZ bands. Some of them they're not around anymore, or some of them are they just kind of stay local. Like they're not EZ, but that band Dozer to TX that I told y'all about, they're actually really interesting. I wouldn't really call them true, but like they're a good somewhere in between easy and true, and I like it.
Sure.
So they're somewhere in between, and they're really good. What's another good? Obviously, Flee the Scene, but we know what's going on with them. Who else? I don't know why. I tried talking to Josh Barnes from Hooligans.
Mm-hmm.
And he still hasn't talked to me, but he has a bunch of people in mind of what he could do for a full band, and I tried to get him on that show with you guys, and they just never responded to me. So I'm like, okay, because that'd be pretty amazing if I could get the lineup of literally nothing but easy bands except two.
He's from around there, right?
What was that?
He's from around there, Dallas?
Yeah, there's some, but there's not a lot. Like, my solo project is one of the few besides Hooligans and Flee the Scene. But, if everything goes right, because I'm actually, do you guys remember Bring Backup? I'm not sure if you know who they are. I shared them a lot in the group a lot. They're an easycore band from Oklahoma City. I've become really good friends with them lately. I'm actually going to be recording a split with them at the end of this month. We're going to start recording at the end of the month.
That's cool.
But hopefully after that, I'll be because I only have the single I put out right now, and I've gotten good gotten good feedback from that. So I'm hoping that this split will even make it even better. But yeah, there was a bunch from Oklahoma that kind of died out. Do you guys remember John Creeder? I believe he helped book your Oklahoma date back on that tour a while back.
Oh yeah, he booked us in.
Yeah, he's in the other band ATA.
Yeah.
Await the Arrival.
Yeah.
But he's a good friend of mine. John and me and him we go back probably about a year. This past year's been good. You know what? I could probably actually squeeze them in the middle for that metalcore act I was talking about.
That would be cool.
That would be cool. I'm going to hit up John for that, see if they'd be willing to do that. But anyway, he's a really cool dude. He showed me a bunch from Oklahoma. There's one called I think they're from Oklahoma, called Your Weight in Gold. They're like easy ska, and they were really good easy ska. there's few and far between bands that can do easy and ska, and that was one of the bands that did it very well.
It's strange. Whenever we played Denton, the first time at Haley's, we played with all ska bands.
Yeah, because it's good.
Crazy.
Yeah, apparently there's a lot of ska, pop punk, and plain punk is really popular in Denton. Really, really pop. Like there's some bands like they'll call themselves punk, but they're really pop punk, and it's just like okay. Because the only real punk band I know about from Denton that I actually went and listened to their music was Jonathan showed them to me. I can't remember their name for the life of me because the music was good, but like it was just kind of like it was good, but it was forgettable good, if that makes sense.
That's good.
But like there's actually a ska band called I Am Clark Kent that I was really skeptical about, but they're actually really impressive.
I think we actually played with them.
Yeah, we did.
They're actually really good. They're really impressive. How would you feel about playing with another one on that show on March 5th?
Bring them on.
With them again? I'll reach out to them. I'll see if they want to play with you guys again.
That'd be fun, man.
That'd be interesting. And I'd probably just to be honest, I'd probably have them either somewhere in the middle or open because I'm not sure how Dallas actually handles ska. Because I mean, like I don't really like ska bands by themselves. Like they'll have a few songs I'll like, but then the rest of it's just like okay, you can play horns and sing to it. Cool. Just go play jazz. Quit calling yourself ska. But I'm really picky about my ska. I'm super picky about my ska. But yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I could reach out to them.
When are you guys playing your next show?
Well, right now we're just kind of writing, but the next show we're playing is here in San Antonio, and that's going to be next month, sometime at the end of February. And after that, we probably won't play till we do our runs. Yeah.
So just out of curiosity, go ahead.
How long have all of you guys been playing together?
Has it been 3 years now?
2013.
Yeah, since 2013.
Is this like the original lineup?
No.
But literally every release we've had, I mean, like the EP has been these guys. So pretty much. I mean, that's
cool. Well, just out of curiosity, because you know how the Easy group is with beef, like the people that you used to be in the band with, like, do they have beef with you, or is it just kind of mutual?
Kind of just like haven't really.
What was that?
They come to our shows and stuff.
Oh, that's cool. So like y'all are still friends. That's cool.
Yeah.
Because
everybody.
Go ahead.
No, everybody's been good. I mean, we haven't.
That's good.
No band beef or anything.
It's better to have that kind of relationship with old bandmates, because the last two bands I've been in, like, it really ended really kind of negatively, and it's mostly because I'll say something stupid, but that's just me. The last band, I just kind of called out my other guitarist about not showing up to practice and being dedicated enough, and he got really butthurt.
Oh, shoot.
It was true though. All he wanted to do was go smoke pot, so whatever. It happens.
Yeah.
I was curious if you guys were in other bands like before this, or and what style of music they were.
This is actually my first band, so yeah.
Hey, okay. Saying Across the Atlantic is your first band is impressive. Just saying.
Thank you. Yeah.
Again, because that album you put out, it hasn't left my CD player, so.
Yeah, I guess everybody else kind of. Well, I'll let everybody tell their story, but with me, I played in bands that were just weren't very serious, and I never sang until I came to this band. So I was always like, I was really into hardcore, like bands like Terror.
Mhm.
So this was like the first band that I really found a group of people that were dedicated, and I think that's kind of why we've had the luck and success that we've had. So, Jason.
Yeah, I was always in female singer. It was like kind of like a club type of band. So transitioning to like what this music is kind of like the totally opposite. I never thought I'll be streaming music until I met this guy. So
That's good.
yeah,
I have faith you guys are gonna go somewhere. I really do, and I hope you do.
hope so.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Julio,
I used to do another band.
hold on.
I used to do another band and we were like a post-rock band, kind of, and then yeah, we kind of changed our style. We changed our name, EP, and then that was like a different kind of sounded like progressive rock.
I feel you. Because I used to play a bunch of metalcore too, so I know how that goes.
And I used to do my first band. I was in a heavy metal band.
Like heavy metal, like 80s heavy metal, or heavy metal as in metalcore?
Like no, like the third like not like mainstream metal type stuff.
Wait, because I don't know why, but like every time I hear like someone say heavy metal, I instantly think like 80s metal, like Metallica or Slayer, like right off the bat.
Metallica?
Dude, hey, Metallica is amazing. Don't get me wrong. I grew up on that shit.
Me too.
Yeah, so vocalist for that. Then
Hell, one of the first songs I learned on guitar was Enter Sandman, so.
Anyway, yeah, then I think after that I was in a lot of hardcore bands, and then that's when I started getting into like then I joined. So,
I've kind of noticed that either like you start out just straight pop punk, or like people listen to hardcore and they're like, "Huh, I wonder what pop punk sounds like."
yeah, let's do that.
Because like I mean, there's a lot of the pop punk today, even like true besides Easy, like the pop punk that we have today is really it's heavily hardcore influenced, and I like where the direction it's taken. Now a lot of people don't really like that kind of direction, but personally I think a lot the hardcore influenced pop punk that's out today is a lot better than, I wouldn't say it's better than the original, but it's a better take than where it could have gone. Because for all we know, it could have gone to like become what Fall Out Boy is right now. So I mean, Sell Out Boy. Sorry, correction. But yeah, I've noticed that. I see people do that. You're not alone on that. Huh.
So, is the music you guys have been writing recently kind of like what was off of the most recent release?
Kind of, I guess. I think every release we kind of just grow and mature and experiment with different things and stuff like that. So I'd like to say, I guess it is that, and then more. At least that's what we're hoping for. But,
Right.
yeah. The thing is, like, nothing is out of bounds with us. Like, we're gonna make the music that we think sounds good and that we want to hear, and because of that, and we're able to just be as diverse as we want to be. So that's
That's a good thing. I like that. I actually do have a question for you. What influenced you to cover Perfect? Like, what made you choose that as like the cover you were gonna do?
Who
I want to
here
know.
listens to the pop music?
Well, it's kind
I
of
just
strange. Oh, go ahead, Jason.
Yeah,
Get it,
Jason.
Jason.
well, honestly, I just looked at the top 100 on the Billboard. And that's the one I chose.
We actually like it was between that or like Selena Gomez.
Cool for the summer.
Well, because I mean, just to be honest, I think the cover you guys put out is better than most of the covers that have been going on Punk Goes Pop for like the last 3 releases. That one song is better than everything on those albums.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's cool that people are digging it, man.
I feel like I know there was a post a while back in Treg that say people don't ride on that train, but I'll be honest with you. I really believe that like if you guys like I've seen it sponsored, so obviously you're paying for the advertisement for it somewhere, and that's cool. I like when bands do that because it makes sure that I know about it. Because sometimes like I'll forget about a band until like one day I'm like, oh, I'm listening to them. I'm gonna go check up on their page. What? They're in town next week? The fuck? Why did I not know? But like I said, I listen to a lot of shit. So like, I mean, I have an entire playlist of easycore that's like close to 2,000 songs, and I'll just hit shuffle a lot. Go ahead.
No, it's cool because it's just opened like the door for a lot of new fans to check us out.
And that's a good thing. I agree with that.
Yeah, it's just like a kind of an entryway to the catalog, and whether or not they choose to listen is one thing. But it's just cool that we're able to reach all these different people because obviously we're still fairly new. So any exposure to good, I mean, it's great.
And I understand. I really think that cover that y'all of that's really going to pave the way for a lot of your the good things that are to come in the future that I see for you, or I have a good feeling they're going to be just because of that cover alone.
Yeah, it's reached a lot of new fans, and it's cool because they get to like check that out, and then if they like it, they'll come and check out our other music. So now that's a new fan. So
Yeah, I know. I like I said, I showed it to my friend, and she was like, "Oh my God, this is amazing!" And then she ended up checking out all your other stuff, and she liked it a lot. So,
yeah, exactly.
and I think I showed it to my brother, and he liked your cover as well a lot. I think I saw him. I think if I last time I checked his because I like to scrabble my music into 5x5s, but I also know the name for his account, so I like looking at his 5x5s, and I see right there at the corner for the last 2 is your cover, and I'm like, so that's the one he's listened to the most. Cool.
Cool.
So yeah, he's obviously listened to it a lot. But like, by the way, who shot your video for that? Because the video of that one verse is like really good. Who shot that for you?
Sam Link has shot our last 2 videos, and he's great, man. He's also from Central Florida, so it just worked out that we were in town recording with Wade, and then Wade kind of just rushed to finish the record. So as soon as the record was done, the next morning we shot the video. So it was
that's cool.
We literally got jumped, and then the next day we shot our video. So it was perfect timing.
That was really, really cool. Like, he did a good job. I was really impressed by that.
Yeah, dude, he kills it. I love Sam.
And I really like. I think that video is like after like going along with the music was really well. I think that whoever edited that did a really good job as well.
Yeah. It's a lot of people. Some people don't know that it's like almost a parody, the original video.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the idea we went with it, and then he just killed it. I mean, it was just cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So I know you were talking about. You said your next release would probably be early 2017. Are we talking a full length, or are you gonna put out an EP?
Well, we're aiming for a full length as of now. This is how everything goes. Like everything's up in the air. It's always like that. Like we like to plan things out, and then like things would change. So like we just like drew up a map of like what we're planning on doing. So
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I got you.
A full length is the goal.
Yeah.
At least for now. We're gonna be touring hard on the summer. At least that's how it looks right now. So between then, or like I said, we're continuously writing. So we're hoping maybe sometime at the end of the year we can book the studio time and go from there and see what we have.
I got you. I got you. Again, like you said, you're gonna try and do a run in the summer. If you need help with that, I can help you too. I have connects in Austin as well.
Oh, cool.
I have a friend. He actually does most of the booking on 6th Street. So basically, tell me what venue. I'll see if it's available on what date. I'll talk to him. He'll handle it after that. Like once I talk to him, I'll give him your info and he'd talk to you. But he's been good. He's been good to me for the past couple of years. He's actually an old bandmate. He was in my very first band I was ever in, and me and him have stayed friends since. Yeah, he's a good guy. And then I also have connections in Little Rock and Shreveport now as well.
Cool.
So I can help you out a little bit.
That's
Yeah.
needed.
Cool. Now another thing is just like, because after reading your lyrics a lot, where like I kind of noticed you have a similar inspiration to what was I about to say? I don't know. My mind just went blank for a second. But where do you actually like get the inspiration for most of your lyrics? Because I really enjoy them a lot, just reading them.
Everything is kind of just where I'm at the time, and a lot of this last album was kind of just things were just really great, and I mean, the most of the album is just kind of about the sacrifices that you have to make to be in a band, and just seeing the accomplishments that we made along the way, and trying to just keep that same motivation moving forward. I mean, that's really what it is.
I got you.
Really, every song that I write, I just kind of put myself in a time capsule for that moment, and then just project that as best as I can into the music. So.
Well, you did very, very well.
Thank you.
Always. Because like I said, like one of my favorite songs was The Finer Things off of that album, and like every time I listen to it, I almost know that song almost word for word as soon as it happens. Like as soon as I hear it, I'm like, yes.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, that song, that's probably one of the most personal songs to me off the album, is just because it was like yes, like we got a break, like people are listening to this now. So no, that song, every time I listen to it to this day, it makes me happy. So
that's good.
Yeah,
that's great. That's amazing. It really is. I know I say that's great a lot, but I actually mean it. It's just like my mind is my mind. It's simple. I overthink things, but as soon as it comes to talking, it's just anyway.
I'm glad you like that song too, because we haven't really pushed anything from that song. So that's
well, I mean, honestly, I'll be honest with you. If you're gonna shoot another music video, you should do that song. Because I feel if you put a music video to it and you put something really emotional to it, like you're saying it is, like I really feel you guys could make a pretty awesome music video with that song. Although I dare you, because I don't see bands do it, I dare you to have a music video where everybody is in the band is in it, but they're not playing their instruments.
Double Dare?
Double dare.
Oh.
I double dare you to do it. Because I've only seen one band do it, and it was kind of bad.
No, our last music video we didn't play any instruments. Well, we played a fake guitar.
Yeah.
I don't
True.
Paper Jam.
True.
Paper Jam. Shout out to Paper Jam.
Well, I mean, come on. I mean, air guitar is still an instrument, sir. I mean, come on. They even have contests of how well you can play the air guitar.
like it. Oh,
Or even better, have y'all seen those? Have you seen those things? Even Guitar Center sells them now. It's air guitar. It's literally this thing you clip on your belt and you strum it, and it makes guitar sounds. It's like I swear, it's like the most gnarliest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's crazy. That's pretty cool.
Play a show
I
with
know.
that.
But if someone actually did that, I'd be like, amazing, amazing. Or even better, just like preload your tracks onto it, and so every time you play, just like pretend you just play air guitar the whole time. That would be funny as hell. I'd like to see that, just to see if it's possible. See if anyone would notice. Just like have it completely blacked out where you can barely see you, but you can still see like the out shape of you.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Next.
Ugh. You know, okay. So now it's gotten to the portion. This is where I like to talk gear with bands. Like that's one of the things I like doing. What good all you guitarists over there, you beautiful people. What amps and guitar, like what amps do you run through in guitars? Because I actually never really got to check that out with you guys.
I play a Telecaster. It's a Telecaster PT, and I run it through after a single fire.
That last part cut out. I didn't hear you again, Julio.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm playing Messick, the single fire with the Messick card.
That's freaking awesome. I wish I could get my hands on one of those. Mesa for life.
Yeah.
So y'all both run through the same amp, or do you have two different amps? So
No,
what do you run through, Jay?
I run a TV 6505 Plus with the orange cab.
Yeah, that's the PB is Bay.
Yeah, it's my baby. It's
Dude, I'm paying off one right now, so I know how you feel.
What's up?
They're amazing. I have one I'm paying off myself, so I know how you feel. They're amazing. I fell in love with PBs the first time I played one.
Yeah, I play Fender. So we all got Fenders and Fender fans.
That's a good thing. Have you tried getting an endorsement or something like that?
Well, we just contact them today.
Well, I mean, if you're all using Fenders, like I mean, like if you strictly just use Fender guitars, like all you have to do is just send in like I can't remember their thinking. I don't remember how they handle it, but I know that ESP and LTD, like if you want to be endorsed by them, it's actually pretty easy. You just be like, hey, I have this many LTD guitars. Will you endorse me? And then like they'll ask you a bunch of questions, and if you qualify, you'd be like, hey, here's an endorsement. You now get a discount on all of our products.
If I hit them up.
Yeah, hit up Fender or Squier, because you might be able to get a lot of the higher end Squier stuff pretty cheap if you do that.
Yeah. Slater, what's your?
Well, I run a MPEG EF500 Portaflex, and I have just a 500 so I run through it. I don't do that whole thing. Bass though,
Your pop is.
it's a more top bass. Yeah,
Nice.
pretty sick. It's a cool like blue color.
Yeah. Like, cut voice for me.
I will say this though, when it comes to bass, MPEG is king. I don't care what anyone says.
Hoping to get an 8x really long.
I know I've seen a lot of people play through MPEGs, and MPEGs have never put out a bad sound. I've never heard a bad one. I have heard a bad marked bass though, so. All right. So it's your turn, Cody. What kind of kit do you run?
I have an Aaron Gillespie, the first one he's ever put out. His own signature kit. But and I have all 8 customs everywhere around. But I'm looking to get an SJ custom maybe in 2 or 3 3 months or so. I'm really stoked about that. I've been in SJC since I started playing drums, so it's gonna be like a dream come true, man.
That's amazing.
I'm really pumped.
I would be too.
Dude, I'm stoked. I've been like, that's all I've dreamed of forever. I'm like, I'll do SJC. Then I found this Truth kit for a really good deal, and I was like, man, I'll scoop that up for now. And keep saving up for SJC, and all that waiting is about to pay off soon, man.
I feel you.
Really pumped.
I like you seem like I can see it in your face and the way you talk. You take really good passion. You take really hard passion into your kit. I can see it.
I do, dude. I'm so stoked for it. Like, oh, dude, I'm not even gonna be able to leave here at the practice place. Probably, I'm probably gonna take it home every night.
That's amazing. Well, I mean, like, do you have just one kit, or do you have a practice kit and then a show kit?
I actually started on a kit, like an old PDP, like main stage was my first kit, and then I couldn't really play it because of where I was living, and so I basically met up with this dude and basically just started playing drums whenever I joined the band with him. I didn't know what I was doing, dude. So
it's okay. I understand how that goes, because like, and because my solo project, it started out as a Newfound Glory cover band, and our drummer, he had no idea what the hell he was doing. So what he did is he just kind of just like played random beats until he found the right one. Like one time, our first practice, we probably sat there for 5 hours just getting him on time with us, because everybody else knew how to play the guitar parts pretty easy. Because I mean, Newfound Glory guitar parts are pretty easy to play. But he just kept fucking up until after like that first week, and after that first week, it was smooth sailing after that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like, I learned a lot, and like they were already really great musicians. So I was like, man, I need to step my game up. I want to kind of progress and just get better, man, and just keep moving.
I got you. Well, I mean, obviously, I can see you progressed a lot.
Yeah, dude, I've come a long way.
That's a good thing.
Still got a long ways to go.
Well, I mean, when people think that they're done learning, that's just wrong, because you're never done learning. You always find new tricks, or you learn something new. And I mean, even as a guitarist, like, every time I pick up the guitar, I'll mess around and I'll find something new. It's not that a technique I didn't know, but something I could be like, oh, I can just play this part down here. It's a lot easier.
Yeah.
I kind of do that all the time. I'll just move up an octave. But drop C for life.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, are y'all playing drop C, seriously?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so I knew I was right. I had because one of my other friends that likes you guys, he's a guy I go kind of write and record with just to get rough drafts for the EP that I'm writing for with Bring Back Up. He argued with me about your stuff. I was just like, nah, dude, it's got to be in drop C. It's got to be in the key of C. It doesn't make sense. Because, like, just correct me if I'm wrong, Jay, but your voice kind of fits better in the key of C anyway.
Yeah.
From what I can tell.
I think so.
It does, and I knew I was right, because he thought you guys played in, like, drop A for some reason, and I'm like, really? Nah. It doesn't sound deep enough.
Yeah.
It's not brutal enough. Because drop C is one of my. I love that tuning. I think it's perfect, but other people will disagree.
Yeah, I like drop C sharp.
Perfect.
Drop G. Oh, drop G sharp here, getting brutal. Pulling the 8 strings into the mix. Are you get your ass to Mars on us, Stefan or Steven? Fuck, I don't know why I call you Stefan. I'm sorry. I do.
I've actually never really gotten into anything more than 6 strings. 6 strings is already too much.
Well, I mean, I want to see what your guys' opinions on there. Like, okay, 7 strings are fun and all, but most of the time people buy them just to get heavier chugs. But you can get the same result out of a thicker pair of strings. Do you agree with that?
Well, we play 8 string, so.
No, Slater has a 9 string.
Oh yeah, he has a nice.
Okay. Okay. But and this is just, I guess that's you can just get the same effect out of a 6-string with thicker strings, and a lot of people don't understand that. Now, I can understand playing on a 7-string guitar if you're really technical and you need that extra octave, but seriously, if you have an 8-string guitar, you have that extra octave, but nobody really ever needs that extra octave because going that extra octave really doesn't do anything. Because at that point, that highest octave will sound as same as the next one because our ears can't comprehend it.
That's a good point.
Don't get me wrong, like sure they'll look cool with 8-string guitars, but seriously, just if you're looking for a more thicker chug, just slap a thicker pair of strings. Like, I mean, on the Dean, I run 2 different guitars. I run an Epiphone Les Paul with 56 12s on it, the Ernie Ball Not Even Slickies. Now, a lot of people are like, why do you run that kind of string on that guitar? And because it puts a lot of tension, and I have to replace them all the time. But people are weirded out by that. But when I go to my Dean, I run DR65s. It's a standard. Basically, that's the top 6 strings on a 7-string is what I have on my Dean that I run. They're the thickest 6-string set you can buy that I know of. And especially if I tune it down to like drop A sharp, it sounds really, really deep, and I love it. But I guess it's just me. I've said it once, I'll say it again. If you can't do it on a 6-string, you don't need to do it at all.
Yeah, that's how I feel as well.
And completely off easy topic, but do any of you guys know who Mark Akubo is?
Oh yeah, from Periphery, right?
No, from Bale Maya.
Oh yeah.
But there was one time about a couple years ago. I actually had a conversation with him, and he plays on nothing but 6 strings pretty much, and he feels the same way. And I was so happy that one of my favorite guitarists of all time feels the same way I do.
On a new song, they released a music video last week, and
Again, Julio, I didn't hear anything you just said.
he played it like they released a music video a couple weeks ago, and him playing a 7-string. And I knew that he was new. I was like, that's kind of weird.
Sold out.
I got you.
He got told by who?
Oh well.
Just kidding.
I just think it's kind of funny. Like when y'all guys came through Denton a while back, all the rest of y'all were talkative, and he was still really quiet, and he still is. I think that's just kind of funny because I'm not gonna lie, Julio, you kind of give off that quiet guy vibe.
The first time I ever heard him talk.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, that's hey. At least we're getting him to come out of his shell. Lol.
Julio.
What was that?
Ask him more questions.
So is it cool if I call you Coolio, Julio?
That's cool.
Okay, cool. Oh, okay. So Julio. Julio. This is a personal question for you. When you were in high school, were you that kind of guy that was really kept to himself, or did everyone try to talk to you?
I was kind of like a loner. I only had like 1 or 2 friends that actually.
I got you, because like I know like some people that are like that, and everyone tries to get them to talk. So I was wondering if you were that guy that everyone tried to get to talk, or you talked enough to the point where people would leave you alone. I got you.
He doesn't talk to us.
Does he really not talk to you guys all that much? He just kind of shows up to practice and shreds away.
That's all he does, man.
Pretty much.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, at least you show up to practice. That's an accomplishment.
I got lunch.
Just showing up. E for effort.
Yeah. Been on a birthday like last week. That was cool.
Oh, cool. All right. Okay. So now this is a question down to Jason and Julio there, or should I say Julio? Just out of the two of you guys, who now this is just because I like just to mess with people. Who do you think is the better guitarist out of the two of you guys, like personally?
Shit.
Oh.
See, that's always the opinion.
Cute.
Aww.
Friendship.
I would say Julio probably the better guitarist because he plays like all the leads.
I don't know.
Like, yeah. I do that.
I got you.
I wish I would, and I was
Yeah, Slayers are really good.
Yes, it is.
It's amazing. That's really. I'm losing my shit right now. I can barely breathe. Okay, I have my shit together. One second. Note to people who have beards: sometimes they get itchy.
What's the farthest you guys have traveled for a show?
When
California.
we were really a young band,
This is a good one.
we took a show in New Orleans. They didn't pay us anything. That nobody showed up. And that basically we thought was the coolest thing in the world.
Dude, we thought we made it. Sure, man. We have a
So-
show in New Orleans.
Yeah, this was before the album, before this lineup, before any of that's the probably the longest we've done one show alone. As far as the farthest we've gone, probably this past summer, we were gone for like a month, and we were in California.
Yeah, Cali.
So
Are there any other places you guys are really looking forward to going to in the future?
East Coast.
East Coast, yeah. We want to hit the East Coast for sure.
Wait, aren't y'all playing Take It Easy Core Fest this next year?
yeah, that's
Yeah, that lined up.
that's the plan. So hopefully the way things are, we're hoping that they play out is early May, West Coast, August. We'll see.
No. Well, I mean, have you already booked most of your East Coast stuff? Because I was gonna suggest you should hit up Josh Mason with all that.
No,
He booked you for Tie Fest, but he might be able to help you with the East Coast thing too. 'Cause I
Yeah,
know you did the OLs.
yeah. We kind of have to check some scheduling things, but we definitely want to. I mean, we're definitely gonna go that way. So the more the better.
Cool, because I mean, I'm gonna be spending a week in Charlotte before Take It Easy Core Fest, so.
So is it in Greensboro or Charlotte?
I think the venue's in Greensville, but I think Greensville's like a little bit away from Charlotte. I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Steven, can you verify that or no?
Got nothing.
No idea. We're playing.
It's all good, because last year they played at Tremont, and I had a good time there. That venue was really nice. The staff was great. Drinks were cheap. So I ended up having a $400 bar bill at the end of the night. So I don't know how I had enough money after that to make it home, because I still came home and I still had $200 in the bank, and I'm like, what? I drove from Texas to North Carolina to go to that shit.
Oh, man.
But
Last one, a good turnout.
yeah, there was a pretty good amount of people. There was probably about maybe 50, 60 people there total.
Yeah.
And that was it kind of, for some reason, I don't know why, it kind of died towards the end. like right before Trophy Wives, probably about a quarter of the people left. Oh, I'm not sure, but did y'all saw the pictures, right? Of like when they gave me a half-assed mullet. That was great. That was great. That was great. Because that was right before Trophy Wives, and we were actually gonna go do. They were gonna. I think Matt from Southview was planning on doing a little more, but we didn't want to take away from the band. The Trophy Wives. Because there was literally a bunch of people out there. Because Cody Travis just went inside. He's like, "Hey, some guy's about to get a mullet outside." I can officially say Cody's probably one of the coolest. Cody Travis is one of the coolest people I've ever met. If he can get that many people to come out to see a guy getting a mullet. But yeah, that was a good memory. You guys are in for a treat. Because I'm actually for Tie Fest this year, I'm actually planning. I'm hoping Matt will be willing to do it, but I'm gonna put into the back of my head. I'm gonna have him basically cut out EZ into the back of my head.
Yeah.
Like if he can get really detailed, I'd like to get EZ confirmed back there. But oh well, we'll see if that happens. Because I mean, like I was gonna get a tattoo of that, but I decided that Taco Bell sounded a lot better. Yeah. Oh well.
You have
But,
a Taco Bell?
What?
You have a Taco Bell tattoo?
No, I decided no. I don't have a Taco Bell tattoo. I was about to go get a free tattoo from a friend of mine that owes me a tattoo. He still owes me a tattoo. I should probably hit him up for that. But instead of going to his house, I decided that my incredibly drunk ass needed to go to Taco Bell instead. I mean, when in doubt, Taco Bell, right?
Yep.
I mean, you may regret it later, but it's gonna fill your stomach for an hour.
When we were in Florida recording the full length, we had Taco Bell like every day for 2 weeks straight.
There's nothing wrong with that. When I went to Oklahoma to go record that single, like I ate nothing but McDonald's and Sonic for like 4 days straight.
What part of Florida were you guys in?
We went to Orlando and Winter. Is that a different place? Winter Park.
Yeah, Winter Park.
Winter Park in Orlando.
It's not far from Orlando.
Yeah.
I'm like an hour from Orlando, so you guys should come back.
We'll be there, man.
Shit. So on your next record, are you guys gonna try and record with Andrew again, or?
Yeah, I mean,
I was gonna be like, you should try and hit up Tom and see if you can get with him.
That's Tom Denny?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who we actually were on with originally. Like we had hit him up, and then we were like, Wade is like right there as well, and so we were like, let's just go with Wade.
Well, because I mean, like I actually got Tom on the phone once just to see how much it would be to track and do everything, and he wanted like $600 for a whole song, and I'm like, sounds reasonable compared, because I mean, if you go listen to like, I'm not sure if it's true, but I've heard Cameron Mizell charges almost $900 or $1,000 a song, so oh well.
Yeah, I mean, if we could ever have the opportunity to work with both of them, I mean, that would be a dream.
If you ever do, give Tom a hug for me. Because like that'd be my that's my I'd love I'm already planning on going to Florida anyway for after Tie Fest if I can get my LOA approved. I was gonna go record a short EP with Cody Travis, and I was probably gonna have him mix it, but if not, I was gonna try and see if I could actually get a hold of him and see how much it would cost just for mixing. So that'd be interesting to see how that would go.
Yeah.
So while y'all are in studio, did you happen to run into any other bands that Andrew Wade was recording while he was there? Because I have what was that?
The first time we tracked on the First Things First EP, we actually recorded in Jeremy McKinnon's house. So they were living together, and so he was out on tour, and then he came back, and he was just chilling in his house, and we were recording. We're doing group vocals with Jeremy McKinnon, so
Oh, that must have been.
Yeah.
Was that nerve wracking for you, Jay?
Yeah, I was like, whoa, watching us do the chants right now.
Watching the
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Because the only reason why I ask is because I have this. I know about around the time y'all probably went in there. I think Neck Deep was in studio with them at the same time.
We literally went into the studio as soon as they finished.
Are you serious?
Days after them finishing the album, we went in. So.
Oh wow.
We got like the first listen to a bunch of the Neck Deep stuff because he was still mixing and mastering it. And
What
so,
did it sound just as good as it did on the album? Be like pre-pro?
yeah.
Amazing.
He was sending it off to get mixed or mastered, something like that. And we got to hear it all like rough edited and stuff, and it sounded amazing. I was like, man, this is gonna be so good. And then the product was just amazing, man.
Yeah, because I mean, honestly, that's their album is still my album of the year for 2015, like hands down. Like,
Yeah, man. Definitely.
like if I can actually go look at like, because on my old MP3 player before it broke, I could see how many times I listened to a song, and that whole album had like over 300 listens last time I looked at it. So.
Yeah, I was on repeat for like a month. That's all it's on.
It's still on repeat sometimes for me. But that must have been interesting to hear the raw of that.
Yeah, dude, we heard December, and I was like, man, I can't wait to cry to this whenever it comes out.
Now, was the original version the full band or was it the acoustic?
We heard the acoustic one.
Yeah, because if you actually bought the CD, one of the bonus tracks is a full band version of December, and I'm just like, why didn't they kind of have the acoustic version as December as the bonus? Because like just personally, the acoustic one fits the lyrics better, but instrumentally the full band version's hands down leagues above it.
yeah.
I like the acoustic version because it kind of like sets it off, kind of like something.
Yeah, it makes more sense.
Yeah. Both of them are really good. I enjoy it a lot.
Okay, then that was shit.
This is a little bit over an hour long, so I'm thinking about wrapping it up.
And that's cool. It's cool with me.
Yeah.
Is we don't want 4-hour podcasts again.
I'm totally down to chill though. Like after
I am as well. You all right there, Steven?
I just got totally distracted.
What'd you do?
I just started picking out my nail.
Well,
But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, guys.
Thanks for having us, man. It was fun.
and this is I think that this was a good podcast. I think.
Hopefully.
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like most of the podcasts that we've been having have only had like a couple, maybe